Yep. It should be working. Oh, yep, it's working. Alright, I have to do this. Wait a second. I have to. Why? It's upside down. Okay. Tukutun. Yeah, it is. I think it is streaming right now. It should be. Where's my phone? Yes. Tukutun. I'm still a bit bad about my beautiful throat, but I'll be better. I want you to know that I'm actually procrastinating a lot of stuff right now. But I mean, I have to do this either way, so. Oh, actually, look, this is like the lesbian merch. I used a random. I googled like random object, and I I cheated a bit in the sense that they were objects that I was like, I don't really want to do them, so I just randomized it again and took the four that I liked the most. Originally, I was gonna make a pencil, but I was not feeling it, so I'll stick to these four. And now we are moving to gay merch. I think I'm gonna be using this flag in particular because, like, I know technically speaking, the rainbow one it's also like a gay flag, but I think that's more associated with pride, like LGBTQ people in general. And yeah, I know the pride flag is the one with the triangle, but generally speaking, I think this one is more like specific towards gay men than the rainbow one. And also, I don't wanna I don't wanna work with all the colors right now. Oh shit. So yeah, and I had a list of stuff. What should we start with? Let's start with sandals, I guess. Let's start with those. So, wait, so first I'm gonna make like a quick sketch where I'm gonna put them. It is weird working like this, although I think it's better for my wrist. I'm not sure. I had to change like the position I usually work with the canvas because if I put it the way I normally work, for some reason the program just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So yeah, I might trace the sandals, but I still wanna try like to make them by myself. I think it's very important. Like, know when you are willing to trace and when you're not. There are times like I really believe tracing is a very important exercise anyone should do. It's a very good way to understand how an object or a person or whatever your subject works. However, I know like the idea is to be able to do it without tracing. And generally speaking, I'm able to do this kind of stuff without tracing. But there are days, there are days where I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything. My brain just doesn't work. And those days I trace a lot. So, I think I have like the general shapes right now. And let's make this one a little bigger. Yeah, I think that works. And the second one, I I think that's gonna be a bit more challenging. Uh, because it's in relationship with another one. In relationship, in relation, I think it's the correct word. Something that I find quite interesting is that like, I am bilingual, so I speak English and Spanish. And not to say anything, but I'm very good at both. English is my second language, it's not my mother tongue, my native language. Spanish is my native language. And I've come to a point where everything, like literally everything I consume, it's in English. So I struggle more thinking about making Spanish content. Not because I can't, but because I like the people I look up to are all English speakers. And it's easier to find a person that's not an English speaker but speaks English, like not a native English speaker and speaks English, than a native English speaker that speaks another language. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons I don't like that one. Why is it not looking good? Okay, let's try something. But yeah, that's like the main reason I'm currently speaking English, and I'm gonna be making my content in English. You have no idea how much I've been debating this, like, but the Spanish speaking market, it's less saturated. There's still, like, I found, what, like a gap in the market. In the Spanish market, there are things that I haven't seen in Spanish that I've seen a lot in English. And that are things that I would like to do, that I think will be very interesting to do. And I know if I choose that path, in the process I will find like more creators, and I'll probably make some friends in the process, which will be amazing. But it's I don't know, I just prefer English content. Also, most of my family will not sit down to see English content, and I kind of don't want them to watch my content, so it's also a safeguard in that sense. I still don't like the second one, and I don't know why. I'm thinking about just leave it like this, like just one. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we have sandals here. A ruana. We're gonna have a ruana. La ruana de la tierrita. It's amazing. Like, I know how people all the time, like in the internet, like mixed race people are amazing and stuff, and I know usually we can, like what I see at least, those people are like American, like they were born and raised in the U.S., but they come from an external, like a family that's from outside the U.S., or they talk about mixed families, and more often than not, once again, they're talking about different countries. And I'm not saying those are not mixed race, of course they are, but I find interesting how you can, even inside your own country, till some extent be mixed race. And what I mean is, like, my parents are from two different places of Colombia, and they are very different. And my father is from Boyacá, and my mother is from Nariño. That's in the sur. See, that's in the south part of of Colombia, and I've had a few funny experiences where I've been like, I've said something that I thought was like a thing from Bogota. That's where the place I live, and I was raised. I've been raised here, and I've lived all my life here. So I just thought that whatever I said was from here, and I will say something, and they'll be like, "What the hell did you just say?" And it's in that moment, I realized that what I just said, it's probably something very Nariño specific, or very Boyacá specific, like that's the stuff that is just not from Bogota. And I don't know, I find it funny. Sorry. Because I have it so like I'm so used to it that I really no longer know when something is from here and when something is just from another part of the country. And you see that like it creates cultural differences even within the same country. Mm, this is like a fun fact. Both Ipiales, it's Nariño. Those they are not the same thing. Ipiales is like the city, the town, the small town my mother grew up in, and Nariño it's the department. But I'm gonna be using them like they are the same. So just so you know, they are not the same, and I know they're not the same. But yeah, so those two places, Boyacá and Nariño, are both known for their potato. And I actually find quite funny that we don't eat as much potato as people think we should because we are from there. And I don't remember when we started eating more potato, but we didn't used to eat as much in the past. And like that's a silly example, but there's been time where I use words like we are speaking Spanish because Colombia. We speak the same language, or that's what we usually thought. But there's been times where I will use a word and people around me is like, what the hell did you just say? I have no idea what that word means. And I don't know, it's funny. Also because my parents will tell me, oh, you know, in my town we will do this and that. And for me it's like, okay, makes sense. And when I tell people from here, from Bogota, they're like, what? That's weird. That's not how this works. What was the other object that I chose? I think it was a hat. Oh, it was this thing. Boombox? It's called? I think it's called a boombox. For me, here I call it, like in Spanish, if you ask me, it will be like un parlante vintage, to be honest. I think probably boomboxes is specifically this kind of like speaker that's like a box, the old thing. Hola, mi amor. Hola, mi amor. ¿Qué horas son? No, hola, mi amor. Kimchi's here. Hi there. Wait. ¿Qué pasó? Si quieres sube, échate aquí en la cama. Aquí vamos muy bien. Muy bien. Vamos a hacerle la ventana. Okay, now we're back. Something that I actually really love about the fact that I know nobody's watching is that I don't care about anything. I want to keep that in the future. ¿Qué pasó? Hermoso bebé, ¿qué pasó? Mi mamá no me presta atención y está hablando raro. He's beautiful. He's like a mixed race. In Spanish we call them canchoso or criollo. I prefer canchoso. It's like, I think it will depend on who you ask, but for me it sounds cuter. Although I thought I will totally understand if someone says like, that sounds rude. ¡Ay! ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, no? Shh. Me asustaste durísimo. Ya, mi amor. I have the feeling it's gonna bark again because I'm not paying him attention. I don't know why I did this so tilted. Either way, this is just like a base sketch, like a quick thumbnail. Actually, I should not be zooming in so much. That's like a very important thing that I still fail to do sometimes, but you should take it into account if you want to improve your drawings. Don't zoom in as much, especially when you're just thumbnailing. You will end up going into a lot of detail that you don't need to go into because you're thumbnailing. You just need to know like the basic spaces where it's kind of everything going. So yeah, don't zoom in. I think that's both a curse and a blessing for digital drawing. If you are in digital drawing, if you're drawing digitally, the cool thing is you have a lot of tools that you can use. But there are people that don't know how to draw like traditionally, and they draw digitally, and I'm like, how does that work? And I'm not talking about people that use AI. That's a completely different topic. But yeah, like they got so used to the tools, gadgets. I don't know the correct word, but they got so used to the gadgets that digital work brings that they don't even try, and I understand. I mean, I've been mainly digital for sorry. I've been mainly digital for the last 3 years, 2023, yeah. For the last 3 years, I've been doing mainly digital, and I completely get it, but I think it's dangerous to just say, like, I can't draw traditionally. Because you can. You definitely can. Now we're gonna look hat references. Because I remember one word was a hat. Newsboy cap. I wanted something like that. Something like this one. I know I really like it. I like this one. It's kind of simple. For the hat, I would love if I managed to make it. This one's so cool. I don't think it fits, but it's so cool. It's a steampunk. Oh, what I was saying. I wanted particularly for, actually, 3 out of 4 are wearable stuff. I didn't thought about it. That's generally just, what happened? Why is not here? No, descargar. Sorry. And since a lot of these are actually clothes, I want them to be wearable. It will be actually interesting if I manage. This could be another challenge. It will be very cool if I manage to make this into wearable outfits, but like an outfit that can come into one thing, you know? And I swear to God that with the exception of the Rana, this one, this was not planned to be all clothes. I just put in Google random object generator and it gave me a lot of clothes. It gave me another objects, but I didn't feel anything, you know? I think a lot of stuff, especially when it doesn't matter what stuff do you do, it kind of matters if you like the idea. Like, there are times where I'm completely neutral towards certain things, and I will just do whatever. And if that's the case, amazing. But with this one, I was like, okay, I'm kind of neutral, but they were objects in the randomizer that I was like, I'll give it another shot. and I mean, it's my challenge, so yeah, it's my art. I think one of the, I had like, no, the hand soap was for the lesbian. I don't remember what other objects. Mm, I think I could check it in the previous stream. That was actually an accident, but I think I could check it in the previous stream which objects I had that I was like, not quite. And it's not because I have anything against those objects. It's just that they didn't spark anything in me. I don't like I get it, but I don't like this gap here. This gap. Let's see. What if I move the Rana here and I put this one here? Okay, that actually looks better, I think. I like it better. And what I can do, I really like zigzaggy stuff. So we're moving this one to the other side. Talking about the other side, have you seen Town? Oh my god, I knew what the general story was about. Am I happy with it? I think I'm happy with it. Okay, let's go. These are actually quick sketches. Yeah, I'm actually very happy with it. So I'll be moving into a line art. Or maybe a second sketch, we'll see. Now, what I was saying about Town, I love it. I love it so much. I knew what the story was about, or at least I have a general idea of what the story was about. But I never, I'm taking off this head. But I never actually listened to the whole thing. My sister told me the general story. I listened to... shit, I forgot the name. Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. The song she's singing when... But not the first one, because then I discovered that wasn't the first one. But the one where the Moiras, I don't know what is their English name, but they were like, who do you think you are? Who are you? Who are you to be heard? Who are you to believe you didn't that nobody worked before? Something like that. If you've seen the musical, you know what part I'm talking about. And it was cool. It was very, very cool. I loved it. And I love that this is so simple. The design is so simple. Simple objects. I can draw fast and I can make a lot of things out of this. But anyway. What I was saying? What was I saying? Town. Oh, right, Town. And I haven't been able to fully listen to the thing because I know I know how the story ends. And I know if someone's here and they care about spoilers, then stop listening because there's gonna be spoilers. I know he's not gonna make it. He's gonna be free because he's not dead and he hasn't signed anything. But I know she's not gonna make it. I know she's gonna still be trapped in the underworld. And something that, of course, you listen to it and you see the whole musical in a couple of hours. But something that I didn't quite realize was that that journey probably took around 3 months. 3 months! And I know this because at the beginning, How do you pronounce that name in English? Persephone. I have to double check, but you know who I'm talking about. She just arrives. And at the end, when she's like, and what about you and I? We'll try again next. I forgot the season, but that's the thing with not having seasons in your country. But yeah, when she asked, like, what about you and I? It's like, you gotta go. So we'll try again next time. Which means 3 months. 3 months passed. So, Orpheus, he was 3 fucking months walking through the freaking underworld to get to Eurydice, and now he has to go back all that path with her behind him without looking back. And I mean, damn, like, in normal circumstances, I'll be the kind of person that looks back. Honestly, I will be like, did I forget anything? Is anyone following me? Like, I will be the kind of person to look back. And now, thinking that if I do that, just because someone told me you can't look back, that's gonna be like, but now I want to look back even more. And I don't know, I love it. I haven't finished the full, like, songs, but I want to. I probably will, and I definitely should. But yeah, it's fun. This is fine. There's some walkie lines. I think I'm gonna fix those. How stable it is. Okay, I'm gonna use this one for this line. Something important, if you can do it, like, use the tools you have. Don't become dependent on them, but definitely use them. At the beginning I thought, like, I should have, like, never use a stabilizer because that will be cheating and stuff. But if you have the tools, use them. And when you can't get that one specific line correct, use a stabilizer. It's gonna help you. There's nothing wrong with that. When I was starting to, like, be interested in drawing and this art stuff, there was a girl in my class, and she's amazing. Like, honestly, she's amazing. She draws incredible art. And I asked her, like, oh, so cool, how did you get there? And we were talking casual stuff. I don't remember how we got to this particular point of the conversation, but at one point she was like, I was drawing. I was starting to draw, and she was like, "Why are you using references?" I have my reference in my phone next to me. It's like, because you use reference, like, to improve. I don't remember what I said, but I remember that she was like, "No, because that's cheating." It's like, what? And of course, back in the day, and I'm talking about college, but it was like first semester. Well, actually it was third for me, but not the point. Since I really didn't knew anything about drawing back in the day, and she was like one of the best illustrators on the semester. Like, really, I think she and a girl, like, she was 2 semesters above us. Those two, damn, those two were the drawing power couple. They were not a couple, but you get the point. And one of them was like, no, you should not use reference. So I literally thought using reference was cheating. And I tried to, like, improve without references. And I think I get where she's coming from, because she said, like, if you know how to draw stuff, you should be able to do it from your imagination. And partially, maybe, I don't know, it's I don't fully agree with that, because sure, once you understand something, maybe you're able to, like, draw it just from imagination, But that doesn't mean it's cheating. Like, cheating, I think, is kind of a strong word for this. I just realized something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! Oh my god, I have an idea. We're gonna have, no. We're gonna have this one, maybe a bit darker. Okay, we're gonna move to the fun part. It's weird because I know I should not be talking as much. I have pharyngitis, I'm gonna guess it's what it's called in English. And the doctor was like, your best friend is gonna be being quiet. Yeah, that doesn't sound much like me, but okay. No, I don't like it. It's not bad, but what if I put it here? Maybe, and maybe. Okay, I just want to say, I usually separate my layers by color. Not today, but I'm not sure what I like and what I don't like. Yeah, like I but there is one color missing, and but I like this one. I don't know what to do. Okay, let's try something. No. I just feel like they're not like. Okay, that's option 1. We're gonna do option 2. I'm gonna leave this one like as a base layer. I am gonna need it either way, so that's gonna be our base layer. I kind of like this one more. I think I've been looking at it for too long, so just. I like it better like this. No, purple there isn't just not making it for me. Yeah, I like it better like this. And the purple is very, very subtle, which I like. Because I know it's part of the flag, but I'm suffering with putting it here. So we're not putting it. Like, not as big. Because it still needs to be, otherwise it will not be the correct flag. I want you to know that I'm not sure if I like made a mistake. I ¿Cómo es esta vuelta? I took pretty much all my savings that weren't that much anyway to be part of business for Latin American creatives agency kind of thing. And that's all right, to be honest. I actually really believe in them. I've been following for a long time. So I really like their stuff. It's very cool. And I like something that I like, and this is why I say I'm not sure if it was the correct investment, is that they are like, this is not an overnight success story. You're not gonna get success and millionaire and thousands of clients in a day or in a week, and I totally agree with that. Like I believe in them because their speech is not like, oh, look how you can become a billionaire in one day. That doesn't vibe with me because I don't think it's possible to generate a consistent income in one day without previous effort. Now, of course, they're like, I've had clients that have generated sales in one day. And the thing is that those clients already have products, already have services, already have experience. So I like that they didn't promise me like that, overnight success. And also you have to define what success is for you. So success can be economical independence. That's my current definition of success. But it can also be like being a billionaire, and that's very different from my definition from success. I just want to be economically independent from my parents, and this is likely. That's not like short short term goal. I'll probably still live with them. Because it's more convenient, to be honest. I don't have to pay rent here. I don't have to. And if I have my money, it will be easier to just go out whenever I want. Now, I'm definitely saving. Definitely using that time for saving so I can move out. And I mean, every family has its problems. It's totally normal. I don't know why people think that families don't have problems. Then I think that I used to be one of those. So yeah, I just don't get my younger self, but that's a topic for another video. And we've been here half an hour, more than half an hour. Oh my god, I speak too much. Yo tenía una referencia, ¿cierto? Sí. But anyway, what was I saying? Se me fue la paloma, durísimo. I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, I want to get out of my parents' house. And for me, my beautiful plan is that I want to create income from the internet. I want to be able to just have my own source of income, be able to say like, I want to go out and I'm going out. I don't need to ask for money from them. That's actually important for me. So I'll be working towards that goal. But I also know, especially if we take average age Latin American teens are leaving their houses, um, that's probably not gonna happen in the short term, like in the next year or so. So what I want to do is use that time to save for my own house. I think I want to buy instead of rent. For several reasons. First one is that that's something that my mother always told me, like you should buy your own house. You should have the first thing you should have as soon as you can is your own home. Like if everything fails, at least you have a place where you can put your head. At least you have a place where you can sleep and you can live. You may not have food, but you may have a house, a shelter where you can be and nobody can take you out. And I think it's very valuable and very important to try to have that. I also know that we're talking about very different times, and I still want to be a digital nomad. So I get where she's coming from. Not sure if I'm gonna follow that advice to the T. But what, like in an ideal world, my plan will be to, sure, make some, like have some sort of um apartment. I'm thinking about an apartment close to a university, and just rent, and that will be another source of income. Okay, this one failed, and that will be another source of income, ideally. And with that source of income, like it's if something happens, I still have a house, but since I won't be like living there so much in the short term, I will just have a source of income. And I'll probably, like, in an ideal world, I would like to buy an apartment, rent it, and still live with my parents. Um, and of course, I would, like, is that? Yeah. Still, of course, I would, like, pay for stuff and help them with, I don't know if call it rent, but yeah, with the rent of the house, like paying the services, paying. They own the house, but saying like, okay, I'm gonna pay for the water service this month. I'm gonna pay for the internet, and that kind of stuff. I would like something like that because I will have a source of income. I will also have the freedom to travel, and I would not have to pay everything that comes with living alone. Because if you live alone, you have to pay for your own groceries, you have to make your own food. And you also have to, like, okay, organize even more the whole house by yourself. And then here I have, like, my mother's help if needed, and probably my sister's help. And I don't know, I'm just thinking, like, stuff. It's like a little game plan, and if I manage to do that, it will be cool to keep saving even after I have like one apartment and have another one. That one I will live in, and so the first one it's paying itself by rent, and eventually it will be giving me some income after it pay itself, and then I can just feast. And then it will be cool to just move out on my own with stable income. I forgot again the name. Boombox. Reference in. Okay, I did something here that you should not do, is that I just checked how this looks without the sketch under it, and that's one of the main reasons you end up feeling like your sketch is not really that good. Your sketch is better than your line art. It's because you never check your line art without your sketch. after a while, your brain ends up like figuring out how your particular line art style works without the sketch. But still, I think everyone should be like turning on and off your line art layer, your sketch layer. It's just useful. Very, very useful. Oh, we can use the purple for the handle here. Oh, yeah. That's, no. That's way better. Just, yeah. Yep. Definitely way better. Way better. I love that this is actually like a very simple art style. Like, I'm not going for anything complex. I just want to do gay stuff and be gay, do crime. Don't do crime, but you get the point. And it's actually quite simple. This style, it's very, very, very simple. But I like it. I like that you don't really need that much detail. Here I can put your flag. What I don't like about like Procreate, it's that sometimes you will use a color and you have like to go here. That's kimchi. Like go here and that way it's gonna show in the history. Otherwise it won't. And I don't like that. I think it will be good if it showed in the history. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna add maybe some laser reference layer. Something that you learn like the hard way is that you have to be very careful with your reference layer. Not because something bad will happen, but because, as you saw a second ago, I was gonna. Ooh, I like that. I was just gonna add a circle and fill it. And if you have your reference layer, that circle is with tan distintos. Oh. That circle, it's not gonna be. Those are not the same color, are they? Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. It's not gonna take into account what you have on your layer, but what it is in the reference layer. And now that's the purpose of it. So you have just to be conscious. It's not a bad tool. It's just that sometimes I forget to do things the right way. Or the way they were designed to. Why am I so tired? You can't see me, but I'm like, I don't know how you say this in English. When you are so tired, you start like, your head starts moving, your eyes close. In Spanish, at least in Colombia, we call it cabecear. Like, estás cabeceando. But yeah, I am. And I don't like it. I just wanna do gay things. Be gay, do crime. Pam, para, pam. I love 17. gonna leave it like that. Later you'll see why I have like in both this layer of just white silhouette. It's actually very useful. What should I do? I still have work to do that I don't want to do. I'm so tired of my work. I don't want to. I think I just burned out myself with my day job. And it's like, I can handle my own schedule, and it's actually very, very chill. My boss isn't even like paying attention to what I'm doing half of the time. Like I have two bosses, the way I like to put it. I have two bosses. One of them, it's my creative boss, that it's the director of the project, and the other one, it's my legal boss, that it's the producer, and she's administrating like all the money. She's the one that it's supposed to make a contract with me, although I haven't signed anything, like properly signed anything. And I'm about to finish, so I'm quite curious of how that's gonna affect anything in the future. Also, knowing us, like, as a culture, it's not gonna affect the minimum thing. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Should I keep the second sandal, or should I erase it? I think I'm gonna try and keep it, but I have to fix this tangent here. Freehand. I forgot way too often that I have like a specific figure or feature in the lasso tool here, and I use like 90% of the time freehand. So whenever I forget that I had another I'm gonna leave it without it. Okay, family's coming, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to keep streaming, so just in case. Bye!
Hermosa, mi niña. Qué mal, amor. Yo sí dije, yo pensé que estabas. Uy, la niña, ingeniera. Arquitecta. El ingeniero es él. Él es el ingeniero.
Así le dice la chica que nos ayuda.
Yo ya terminé de salir la semana pasada. ¿Ah, ya están vacaciones?
Sí, salió el viernes.
Sí, el viernes.
Yo me voy a aprovechar de eso.
¿Por qué?
Porque como están en entregas y demás, yo ayudo un poquito más en la casa. Entonces,
Pero claro que ha sido equitativo, porque
la verdad
también
es
la
que
que
sí,
más
yo también-
ayudaba antes era ella.
literalmente
Se llama equilibrio.
¿Cómo es equivalencia de intercambio?
Sí, señor.
Amor,
Necesito una barrida. ¿Qué pasó con esas patas ahí? Miren.
de mis zapatos.
Ayer la Andy también cogió, se metió en la ducha, se ensució todo el día.
This is just fair for it to happen.
Hola, mi amor.
Huellitas por todas.
Sí, con las bolsas de la...
Aunque no sé si en proporción.
Teniendo en cuenta que yo llevo haciéndolo casi 19 años
Ay,
de vida
Dios,
y tú
no,
arrancaste
sí.
tan solo esto.
Ay, Dios. No, sí. ¿Cómo sufre la niña? Ay, exagerada, por favor. Loca. Mira, amor.
No, o sea, 19 años no, sí. La china desde que está en pañales le toca barrer la casa y se dedica solo a la... No, pobrecita, tú viniste a ese mundo a sufrir. Sí, tú definitivamente viniste a ese mundo a sufrir. Tú naciste con una escoba y haciendo la cocina.
No, sí. O sea, yo sí he sido muy abusiva.